In the realm of human creativity, few art forms capture the essence of expression and the passage of time as profoundly as sculpture. From the carved stones of ancient civilizations to the refined forms of the classical period and the intricate designs of the medieval era, sculptures have not only mirrored societal values but also shaped them. The Renaissance brought a revival of classical ideals, followed by the dramatic flair of the Baroque period. In the modern era, abstract metal forms emerged, reflecting new artistic visions. Contemporary sculptures continue to push boundaries, standing not just as art but as historic markers, providing insight into the cultures from which they arose. This essay will guide you through the intriguing journey of sculpture, exploring its evolution, techniques, major contributors, and its impact on society. We embark on this exploration, understanding that each piece of sculpture, be it in wood, stone, or metal, is a narrative frozen in time, speaking to us across the ages. Sculpture, in its essence, is art in three dimensions, commanding space and demanding to be seen from multiple angles. It encompasses various forms, including relief sculptures that project from a flat background, in the round sculptures that can be viewed from all sides, and kinetic sculptures that incorporate movement. Unlike painting, it interacts with the environment, creating a tangible presence that viewers can literally move around and sometimes even touch. This art form bridges the visual and tactile worlds, offering us a form that can be both seen and felt. From the earliest carved idols to contemporary kinetic sculptures, it provides a physical manifestation of artistic thought that compels both the mind and the senses. Sculptures serve various purposes, from religious icons in temples to decorative pieces in homes to political monuments in public spaces. Its historical significance is profound, offering insights not only into artistic practices but also into the cultures and beliefs of the people who created them. The history of sculpture begins with the ancient world, where it served both functional and decorative purposes. Early humans carved figures like the Venus figurines from stone and bone, often representing fertility and the human form, marking the dawn of sculpture as a sacred art. Civilizations such as the Egyptians, Mesopotamians, and early Greeks used various materials like stone, wood, and clay to create sculptures that held religious and cultural significance. The Egyptians crafted funerary sculptures to accompany the deceased into the afterlife, while Mesopotamians created intricate reliefs, and early Greeks sculpted kouros statues to honor their gods and heroes. Each piece tells a story of life, death, and the divine, serving as a connection between the material and spiritual worlds. As civilizations evolved, so too did their sculptural practices, gradually shifting from purely functional or religious items to works of aesthetic and intellectual wonder. Sculpture is a craft of transformation involving several techniques that manipulate different materials into forms of depth and volume. Carving, one of the oldest techniques, involves subtracting material to shape the final piece, typically seen in materials like stone and wood. This method has evolved from rudimentary tools to sophisticated machinery, enhancing precision and detail. Casting, another fundamental technique, involves pouring liquid material like bronze or aluminum into a mold, allowing for the creation of complex, repeatable shapes. Innovations like lost wax casting have revolutionized this process, enabling intricate designs. Clay modeling serves as both a formative technique and a final product, especially in ceramics, allowing artists to experiment with form and structure before committing to more permanent materials. The introduction of kilns and glazing techniques has significantly impacted the durability and finish of ceramic sculptures. These techniques have been shared and refined through various cultures, adapting to the needs and artistic ambitions of their times. The exchange of knowledge has led to the blending and enhancement of sculptural methods. Over the centuries, sculptural techniques have expanded, with technological advancements allowing for greater expression and complexity in sculptural forms. Innovations such as 3D printing and digital modeling have opened new frontiers in the art of sculpture, pushing the boundaries of creativity and precision. Initially, sculpture was produced using whatever materials were readily available, such as stone, wood, clay, and later metals like bronze and iron. Each material brought its unique qualities and challenges, influencing the style and technique of the sculpture. Stone, durable and abundant, was favored for monumental works due to its strength and longevity. However, its hardness made it challenging to carve, requiring skill and patience. Wood offered versatility and warmth, often used in tribal and folk arts. Its softer nature allowed for more fluid and intricate designs, but it was also susceptible to decay and insect damage. Clay, with its malleability, allowed artists to model and shape with ease. Once fired, it became durable, but the process required careful control of temperature to avoid cracking. Bronze became renowned for its ability to capture fine details, making it ideal for dynamic and intricate works. The casting process, however, was complex and required significant expertise. In the 20th century, the introduction of new materials such as plastics, fiberglass, and recycled goods opened up new possibilities for creativity and expression. Plastics offered lightweight and versatile options, while mixed media allowed for innovative combinations and textures, pushing the boundaries of traditional sculpture. Michelangelo's Renaissance masterpiece, the David Rodin's The Thinker, and the Moai statues of Easter Island are some of the most iconic sculptures in history, known for their craftsmanship and the impact they have had on cultures and art itself. Michelangelo's David symbolizes the Renaissance's emphasis on humanism and anatomical precision. Rodin's The Thinker reflects deep contemplation and the intellectual spirit of the modern age. The Moai statues represent the ancestral worship and societal structure of the Rapa Nui people. These works continue to inspire and provoke, transcending time and cultural boundaries. The classical sculptures of Greece and Rome have set enduring standards for beauty and form in Western art. The Greeks perfected the portrayal of realistic human anatomy and poise in sculptures such as the Discobolus by Myron and the Venus de Milo, attributed to Alexandros of Antioch. Roman sculpture, while heavily influenced by the Greeks, focused more on realism and included a wider array of subjects, including portraits of common people, in their art. Their use of sculpture in public spaces also laid foundations for civic art that is still prevalent in modern societies. These classical ideals of beauty and craftsmanship continued to influence European art well into the Renaissance and beyond, setting a benchmark that is often revisited and reinterpreted by artists like Michelangelo and Bernini. The Renaissance marked a pivotal period in the history of sculpture, with artists returning to the classical ideals and techniques of ancient Greece and Rome, but infusing them with a new spirit of humanism and personal expression. Michelangelo's masterpieces, such as the Pieta and David, are quintessential examples of Renaissance ideals, combining divine beauty with human emotion and complexity. Donatello and Bernini also played crucial roles in the evolution of sculptural techniques, particularly in their use of perspective and the dramatic intensity of their figures. This period revitalized sculpture as a major form of artistic expression in Europe, deeply influenced by humanism and spawning new techniques that would pave the way for future innovations. Moving from the refined and balanced forms of the Renaissance, Baroque sculpture embraced dramatic, often theatrical expressions and complex compositions. This period saw artists like Gian Lorenzo Bernini, who created dynamic, immersive scenes in stone, such as his Ecstasy of Saint Teresa and Apollo and Daphne. Baroque art was characterized by its emotional intensity and movement. In contrast, Neoclassicism arose as a reaction to the ornate style of the Baroque, seeking to return to the simpler, purer forms of classical antiquity. Artists like Antonio Canova and Jean-Antoine Houdon epitomized this movement, focusing on idealized, clear forms and themes from classical mythology and history. Canova's Perseus, with the head of Medusa, and Houdon's Voltaire are prime examples of this restrained and classical approach, These shifts not only reflected the changing tastes of European art, but also responded to broader cultural movements such as the Enlightenment and the Romantic period, influencing how societies viewed both art and themselves. The 20th century brought radical changes to sculpture, with artists breaking away from traditional forms and materials to explore abstraction and conceptual art. Movements like Cubism, Futurism, and Abstract Expressionism saw sculptors experimenting with form, space, and the very concept of what sculpture could be. Artists like Pablo Picasso and Constantin Brancusi pushed the boundaries with their abstract forms, while Alexander Calder's kinetic sculptures added a new dimension to the art form. These movements challenged viewers' expectations and expanded the definition of sculpture, paving the way for contemporary practices. Today, sculpture is as diverse as the artists who create it. Contemporary sculptors engage with a wide range of themes and materials, from traditional bronze and stone to digital media and interactive installations. Artists like Anish Kapoor and Jeff Koons have transformed public spaces with their bold, innovative works, while others like Ai Weiwei use their art to make powerful political statements. Moreover, the use of technology, such as three-dimensional printing, has opened new avenues for creativity, allowing sculptors to achieve forms and scales that were previously unimaginable. Contemporary sculpture continues to challenge, delight, and engage audiences around the world, demonstrating the enduring power and versatility of this dynamic art form. Public sculptures play a crucial role in enriching urban environments, offering passers-by a moment of artistic contemplation or communal experience. These works can range from commemorative statues and historical monuments to site-specific installations that challenge or beautify a public area. For instance, the Cloud Gate in Chicago, more affectionately known as the Bean, invites interaction and reflection, both literal and metaphorical, becoming a beloved icon of the city. Likewise, the Fourth Plinth in London's Trafalgar Square offers a rotating showcase of contemporary sculptures, sparking public debate and engagement with art. Monuments and memorials serve as focal points for community gatherings and remembrance, while site-specific installations integrate art into everyday life and woven into the fabric of society. Through such public installations, sculpture becomes part of everyday life, accessible to all, and has a profound impact on communities. A sculpture has often served as a powerful medium for political expression and social commentary, from ancient propaganda to modern protest art. In ancient times, sculptures of emperors and leaders were used as propaganda tools to convey power and divine right, reinforcing the authority of the ruling class. One famous example is the Statue of Liberty, a gift from France to the United States, symbolizing freedom and democracy, yet ironically critiqued for the country's history of slavery and ongoing racial inequalities. More recently, sculptures like those of Banksy provide poignant critiques of contemporary social issues, such as consumerism and surveillance. These sculptures not only decorate public spaces, but also provoke public thought and dialogue, proving that art can influence political thought and inspire social change. The world of sculpture, like many other art forms, has historically been dominated by male artists, with female sculptors often overlooked or underrepresented. However, the contributions of women to this field have been significant despite the gender disparities. Artists like Camille Claudel in the early 20th century and Louise Bourgeois in the later years have challenged these norms, creating works that explore themes of femininity, identity, and personal trauma. Their sculptures have opened up conversations about gender in art and society, highlighting the need for greater inclusivity and recognition of women's contributions. The feminist art movements have played a crucial role in this shift, advocating for the representation and recognition of female artists and their work. As we move forward, The increasing visibility of female sculptors is enriching the diversity of voices and perspectives in the sculptural art world, further expanding the boundaries of this expressive medium. For millennia, sculptures have played a crucial role in religious worship and ritual across various cultures, evolving from ancient idols to contemporary spiritual art. These sacred artworks serve as physical manifestations of spiritual beliefs, crafted to embody deities, demigods, and mythical figures, and continue to inspire modern spiritual expressions. In Hinduism, intricately carved murtis are central to temple worship, believed to house the spirit of the gods when ritually invoked. In Christianity, the tradition of sculpting holy figures like the Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ has been pivotal in religious devotion and church decoration. These religious sculptures are not only objects of veneration but also works of art that communicate theological themes and ethical values, bridging the divine and the earthly in tangible forms and playing a vital role in religious rituals and sacred spaces. Preserving sculptures from the ravages of time, weather, and pollution is a significant challenge. Factors like acid rain, urban development, and even tourism can contribute to the deterioration of these cultural artifacts. Conservation techniques have evolved, from mere repair and restoration to preventive measures that ensure the longevity of sculptures. Methods such as laser cleaning, three-dimensional scanning, and the use of non-invasive materials for repair are now commonplace, helping conserve the artistic and historical integrity of sculptures for future generations. This field of conservation requires a blend of artistic sensitivity, scientific understanding, and ethical consideration, ensuring that we maintain our artistic heritage responsibly. Different materials present unique challenges. Marble can suffer from acid rain, bronze from corrosion, and wood from rot and insect damage. Notable conservation projects include the meticulous restoration of Michelangelo's David, the Venus de Milo, and the Terracotta Army, each requiring specialized techniques to address their specific preservation needs. Sculpture significantly contributes to the economy, particularly through cultural tourism, the art market, and public funding. Cities known for their public sculptures often see increased tourism, which supports local businesses and boosts municipal revenues. The art market for sculptures can be substantial, with artworks by renowned artists fetching high prices at auctions, highlighting the financial aspects of creating and selling sculpture. Public funding plays a crucial role in commissioning and maintaining sculptures, which can enhance the cultural landscape and attract more visitors. This not only benefits the artists but also stimulates a broader economic ecosystem involving galleries, museums, and private collectors. Investment in public art and support for sculptors can thus be seen as an investment in the economic vitality of a community, enhancing its cultural landscape and economic base. Sculpture serves as an excellent educational tool, offering learners tactile and visual experiences that books and images cannot provide. Schools and museums often utilize sculpture to teach about history, culture, and art techniques, engaging students in a multi-sensory learning process. Moreover, creating sculpture can help develop various skills in students, such as spatial thinking, problem-solving, and creative expression. Workshops and interactive sculpture parks can significantly enhance educational experiences, making learning dynamic and memorable. Programs like the National Sculpture Society and institutions such as the Art Institute of Chicago focus on sculpture education, promoting a deeper understanding and appreciation of art and its historical contexts. Incorporating sculpture into educational settings not only enriches the educational landscape but also fosters critical thinking and cultural awareness among students. Looking ahead, the future of sculpture appears vibrant and filled with potential. Emerging technologies such as three-dimensional printing and virtual reality are opening new avenues for sculptors, allowing for unprecedented forms and interactive experiences. Sustainability is also becoming a crucial consideration, with artists increasingly turning to recycled materials and environmentally friendly practices to reduce their ecological footprint. This shift is leading to innovative designs and methods that could define the next era of sculpture. Moreover, the growing global connectivity provides a platform for diverse voices and styles to influence and reshape the sculptural landscape, promising a richer, more inclusive future for this ancient yet ever-evolving art form. As these technologies and trends evolve, sculpture is likely to play an increasingly interactive and community-engaged role in society, bridging the gap between artist and audience in new and exciting ways.